Hi everyone, Star here back again with some more Dragon Ball Z Super Saiya Densetsu. Shout out to True Perception in the chat. I decided we'd continue on with this. I want to see if the Namek part of the game is actually shorter than the Earth part, as I remember it being. Hey, new enemies at least. Apu! Leave Chaozu alone, buddy. No more Cyberman palette swaps. At least for now. Chaozu getting his in. Banan. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball in general always liked its food puns. Maybe a little too much. It is kind of interesting to see everyone hanging out on Namek. I got to admit, that was always part of the draw of this game. Takes more than that to hit Krillin, buddy. And here comes Tien kill stealing as usual. Whatever, we shouldn't talk smack about Tenshin Han. Do you want to regenerate? I don't want to go. no more Bulma healing shop. Now it's all regeneration pods. That was a village of dead Nameks up there. I think we should stay away from that. But you see, the game is completely different now because the sky is green. And that's weird. And alien-esque. Yeah, Goku, Gohan, freaking out. Hi, Heem Shiny, how are you doing today? That's right, I want to give a shout out to regular viewer Catteries who is feeling under the weather today. I hope they feel better very soon. Being sick sucks. That's my controversial take on the matter. Can confirm it sucks, yeah. I was sick twice in December with varying types of flu, I suppose. It was not fun. Oh, leave Chaozu alone. There we go, get your revenge, buddy. Yeah. Bop. Part of me being sick in December meant I was pretty much exhausted for the first half of January, which wasn't fun either. Alright, got them level ups. Okay. Ooh, this is a lot of enemies. I hope we survive this. Yeah, right during the holiday season. Absolutely. Oh, bam. Get that guy, Krillin. So I believe these two enemies appear in at least the anime. I believe they're the first two enemies Gohan and Krillin encounter on Namek. Because in the manga/anime, Gohan and Krillin are the only two fighters who actually go to Namek because everyone else is dead. Ooh. I don't know if they actually have names in the anime, but I know Apple became a popular name for this character in particular. Or at least this alien type that appears often during this portion of Dragon Ball Z. That name might come entirely from this game actually, because I know a lot of Dragon Ball fans need to find small details wherever they can, because the series, the core series itself, the manga and the anime, can often be low on fine detailing. It's like how some fans have to search obscure copies of Weekly Jump for information on Dragon Ball villains from the vaguely canonical but not really movies. It's like, oh, it said in the promotional material in Weekly Jump that this movie villain came from this planet. It's like, okay. Sounds legit, I guess. There should really be spacing out of the random battles. The game should be like, hey, you fought a random battle literally 1 second ago. Let's have you do something else for a moment. Just for a moment. But no. Come on, Krillin, get it together. You're canonically supposed to be here. You should be one of the toughest, not getting kicked in the face by Apple. Apple. Apple, my favorite Simpsons character. Banan, my favorite alt-right news website editor-in-chief. Ooh, Krillin, come on. Yamcha. Yamcha, come on. Thought that'd be enough to do it, but this Banan is surprisingly sturdy. As I think I started to say before, we gotta give up some respect to Tien Tenshinhan, former Tenkaichi Budokai champion. World martial artist champion Tenshinhan. Beat Goku in the finals. Those were the days. I'm sure he reminisces about that often. I know I would. That time a car beat Goku for me, so I didn't have to. Yeah! Finger Blast of Doom from Chiaotzu. And he just has that happy rictus grin the entire time. Chelsea's cute, but he must be terrifying to fight against with that happy face. Alright, more level ups means more restoring. Alright. And Kui is here, right? A new challenge? Let's fight. I think Kui's gonna kill us, to be honest. But we'll give it a shot. I think Kui has a battle power of like 19,000. Yamcha, use your spirit ball. I can't believe Yamcha does not have his Wolfang Fist in this. But I guess it's not in 123 damage. Hint, we're going to be reloading this. Gohan attacks Kui. Yeah, Spirit Ball. Sokidan. 10 damage. One damage. Actually, I'm kind of surprised Chaozu damaged him at all, so let's be a little impressed. Okay. Who's the strongest? Tenshinhan. We'll give Tenshinhan the energy attack then. Oh. Sorry. Back out, everyone. Item. Gonna use a Roshi. Drop a Roshi on this. Gohan. Krillin. Yamcha. Tenshinhan. Tri-Beam. This patch varies wildly between dub and just straight translated names for special attacks. Tri-Beam, Kikoho in Japanese. Yeah, that one-handed Tri-Beam. When Tenshinhan lost his arm against Nappa. Well, Gohan's dead. So that's a game over. We are not ready to fight Kui. Unsurprisingly, some would say. I don't think we have to fight Kui, because I think if we don't do it, Vegeta will do it for us. It's just one of those weird things you can do, one of those alternate paths we can take, just like how we managed to bring all these guys to Namek, even though 4 of them are dead in continuity. Black Cyberman. Just when you thought you were free from the curse of palette-swapped Cybermen. These are Imites. If you remember your Dragon Ball Z Super Saiya Densetsu lore, and I know you do, then when we fought the fake Raditz in the cave, you would have remembered that it turned into one of those black Imite Cybermen after we defeated him. Oh no, Yamcha, Tenshinhan, and Chaozu are very much dead at this point in the anime. slash manga. In fact, Day and Piccolo, who is dead in this game, end up going down the Great Snake Way and meet up with King Kai slash Norse Kaio Sama and train for a while. For all the good it does them, you know, that training of course made them very useful in future battles in the series. Gotta love Krillin's Kaku Sandan attack. One of the few attack all enemy key attacks in this game, which makes it pretty much the best thing to use in a random encounter, but not so much in a boss fight where you're usually fighting one enemy. That's right, Chiaotzu, follow it up. If you want to see a lot of Chiaotzu, I would advise you to watch the third Dragon Ball movie. Not the third Dragon Ball Z movie, but the third Dragon Ball movie. It's sort of a retelling of that arc in Dragon Ball where Ten Shinhan and Chiaotzu are first introduced. And it's pretty good. Ruined Namek Village. Sad music. Pumped up music. Sad music. Nothing there. I don't think there's ever anything in these things, but someone is here. Don't hurt me, please! Get out! What's your name? Emmy. What were you doing in there? My village is being attacked. I hid in here. Please help them. Where are they? Just north of here. Okay, we saw that village. Now Emmy is actually in the party. As you can see here. Level 0. No battle power. I believe they can heal us. Dragon Ball is a fun show, and a lot of people will say it is better than Dragon Ball Z. And I guess in some ways it is. It's a very different show, I guess is a more accurate thing to say about it. A lot more light-hearted at times. Although sometimes it can get pretty dark, I guess. Ooh, lots of enemies. But then they ran away. You a trainer? Yes. Yes, you are, buddy. Begin the training? Yeah. Let's raise key. Which warrior? Oh, he was Emmy and now he's Sumeri. Another little error with the patch, I suppose. Inconsistent naming. Okay. Raise maximum key by button mashing. Yeah, blow up that rock. Namek is so much different from Earth. The buildings are sometimes a slightly different shape. Except this one. But this one has a green person behind the counter. So... Alright. All those years of Mario Party paying off for me. Which warrior? Yamcha. Swiggity sweet, give me that key. I don't know why I need to talk to some guy on Namek to get the idea of raising my energy and punching a rock with it, but... Look, it's very accurate to the series, okay? This is exactly how it went down. Okay. We don't have enough for everyone to go twice, but we do have enough for most everyone to go twice. And then the next time we can do training, we'll have Chiaotzu go first and kind of rotate it around, you know, give everyone a shot. I'm not going to do the fighting training because it takes too long. Oh, we don't have enough ki. That's right, we need to go heal. Fighting training takes too long, and all you get out of it is a paltry amount of Zenny, really. Like, not enough to make the time worth it. And getting more ki to do more ki attacks is much more important. I do like the regeneration tank. That is much cooler than talking to Bulma as if she's an innkeeper. Vug? What fruit is Vug named after? Generally, these minions are named after fruit or vegetables. Guess it can't always be that way. I think these guys are the most common alien type shown in Dragon Ball Z besides Nameks and Saiyans. Ooh. Get out of there, buddy. Alright, Krillin follows up. I mean, the history of Dragon Ball /Z /GT /Super is pretty interesting in the way that franchise starts off as a comical take on the Journey to the West novel. And then it turns into essentially a martial arts tournament manga, because martial arts tournaments sell big in shonen manga. And that was pretty much a deliberate, calculated ply to take the manga in that direction. I mean, not that that's a bad thing. Lots of shows do it. I know Yu Yu Hakusho did something similar to great effect. But even during that martial arts stuff, you know, the first and second tournaments shown in Dragon Ball, there's a lot of humor and comedy. And then after the second tournament, things take a darker turn for a bit. Piccolo shows up, Piccolo Daimao. And it's one of those, wow, shit got real situations. You know, it marks the first main character death in Dragon Ball. And it establishes the Dragon Balls themselves as something other than kind of a goofy wish fulfillment item. And that arc, the Piccolo Daimao arc, is pretty much the coming of age for the show. Because after that, you get the time skip and the third tournament shown on screen, which has Goku and the other characters as adults. And that kind of sets the stage then for where Dragon Ball Z would come in. Where with the arrival of Raditz, things kind of get sci-fi-y. Seemingly entirely because creator, writer, etc. Akira Toriyama kind of felt like drawing that way for a while. Which again is fair enough, right? If you have the clout to go, well, I want to draw sci-fi stuff, so now the series is in space. Get over it. I mean, you gotta respect that on some level, even if you do not particularly enjoy that direction or aesthetic. Which I do. I mean, you know, I am pretty stereotypical in that I got into Dragon Ball Z in the 90s when it came over on Cartoon Network on Toonami. You know, I didn't see the original Dragon Ball until years later. Because the decision was made by Cartoon Network, and probably very correctly, that Dragon Ball Z could be sold pretty hard to Americans. And Dragon Ball would take a more finesse, a lighter touch, that would be easier to sell the original Dragon Ball as a prequel than it would be to say, hey, watch this show about this small kid with a monkey tail, and eventually they'll start screaming at each other and powering up energy for 5 episodes at a time. But I mean, there's none of that in the original Dragon Ball. There is a lot of Goku not being able to distinguish between genders. You know, but that's Goku for you. He never assumes. Goku doesn't ever explicitly ask for pronouns, but he is frequently unaware of the distinction between any genders. He is a very early prototype of a modern woke person in that regard. Alright. More battles. Sorry, Chiaotzu, you're not going to be getting your key raised for a while. But I think if you're interested in the more lighter Dragon Ball stuff, but don't have time to watch it, 190 episode anime, the Dragon Ball movies are a pretty good take on that early show. They're definitely not full movie adaptations, there's so many changes to them, but they give a good idea of the base characters. Like the first movie introduces Goku and Bulma and Yamcha. I think the second movie introduces Krillin. And the third movie definitely introduces Tenshin Han and Chaozu. I mean, the Dragon Ball anime does run into the same problem with the Dragon Ball Z anime, in which there is quite a bit of filler, just because of problems with catching up with the manga. It's not as bad as Z is for that, but Z is pretty egregious for it. That's partly why they made Dragon Ball Z Kai, after all. A version of Dragon Ball Z without all the filler and some reanimated scenes. And as it turned out, some plagiarized music, which they then had to cut from the show and then have all the soundtrack CDs returned. Turns out I know a lot about Dragon Ball for someone who rags on it so much. Alright, good job, Tenshin Han. Leveling is weird in this game because more powerful characters seem to level up quicker, and they also get higher battle power boosts when they level up. So it's kind of this accumulative effect. There's no real way to ever go, oh, I'm going to train my party so that Chaozu is the strongest. It's always going to be the situation where if this is your party, Tenshin Han will be the strongest for a while, and then eventually Gohan will probably surpass him. Then Krillin, then Yamcha, then Chaozu. Piccolo would be stronger than all of them at a comparable level, and Goku would be far above all of those at a comparable level. And you know, that's the show, right? So at some level, you just have to accept that. But for a game that lets you play around a little with the Dragon Ball story, it would be nice if we could vary things up a bit more. I might defeat it. I don't think these ever actually copy anyone in a regular battle. I think it's only that Raditz fight. I could be wrong. They could just not have gotten a key card in order to do it yet. In fact, I might remember them being able to do it now that I think about it, but cave? What's in the cave? Let's explore. Let's get into a random fight first. That's what I meant to say. explore. No one said that. Random battle is what I said. I'm hoping, although it will not happen, that I can beat this game tonight. I mean, there's not that much to this saga if you think about it. Like, what's going to happen? We're going to go to the Namek village. You know, Dudoria, Zarbon. Then, after that, you'll fly around a bit, and then it's the Ginyu Force. And then you fly around a bit, and then it's Frieza. Like, surely that can't be that much game. I say, bargaining with myself. Come on, Vogue. The Ginyu Force is pretty awesome. I am looking forward to that. Not looking forward to Gohan being kicked in the face. In Dragon Ball Z Kai, the Ginyu Force has a great image song, which I implore you to look up on YouTube at some point. Come on, Apu. Alright, one Vogue out. That slow card dealing is going to kill me. It'll be the death of me. Ah, I found the song. I'm going to paste that into the chat. That's the Ginyu Force image song from Dragon Ball Z Kai, which I think is just called Dragon Ball Kai in Japan. And it's actually a pretty good, pretty well cut together music video for it too. To really enforce that Ginyu Force nostalgia. But yeah, I love the Ginyu Force. I love the Great Saiyaman for similar pose related reasons. Yeah, Chiaotzu, get the kill. Chiaotzu, Stone Cold Killer. Getting everyone those level ups. Whoa, we entered the cave from the bottom, but we appear at the top. That's freaky. Also, you know we're in space because this cave is purple. Favorite card, attack all enemies. Alright. Why are you guys even in a cave? That's what I'm asking. What I like about the Ginyu Force is that they're pretty funny, but they are legitimately badasses. It helps that the characters on the show treat the Ginyu Force with fear. You know, it's a big deal when you see Vegeta, who has been cocky about everyone, including Frieza's right-hand men, Dudoria and Zarbon. When you see Vegeta freak out about the idea of the Ginyu Force coming to Namek, Like, and basically see him sink into despair even. Oh, here we go. I Might is transforming into Krillin. Well, that one ran away. Now we just have to beat up the enemy Krillin. I wonder if he takes Krillin's BP. Probably not, right? Krillin on Krillin action. This is just like my fanfiction. Get those bald heads rubbing together. Wow, maybe he does take Krillin's stats because that's a lot of HP for an I Might. Come on, Yamcha, finish him off. No. Fly after him. Thank you, Yamcha. Bonk. What's even in this cave? Random battles. That's why we're in this cave. Ooh, these are a different type of Cyberman palette swap. Why did I say that like it's exciting? Bye, men. Well, let's see how strong they are, I guess. In the anime, of course, this is the technique Krillin uses to wipe out the Cybermen after Yamcha is killed. I think the game generally does a good job of matching up with the show's aesthetic. But seeing as the show was often glacially paced, that also shines through. But you know, I rewatched Dragon Ball Z like 5 years ago, perhaps. And it's okay, it holds up. Yeah, some of the filler is a bit annoying, and the whole Goku versus Frieza 5 minutes until Namek explodes thing that goes on for like 15 episodes is ridiculous, but it's a good show. Why so many battles? We don't need this many battles, I assure you, game. I'll be just fine without this many battles. But I can't run away from a fight. Gotta get that XP, gotta get that BP. It is worse than Breath of Fire 3. It's an older game. Like Final Fantasy 1 on the NES or Dragon Quest. Those had some atrocious encounter rates. that was back when an RPG would have tiles on the screen where if you stepped on them, you would always get into a random encounter. Or a fixed encounter even. Just be like, this is unavoidable. If you walk here, you're getting into a fight. And the tile wouldn't like turn off afterwards either, so if you walk back on it, you'd get into that exact same fight again. Of course, you could use that to your advantage for grinding and such, but generally it just meant, hey, you're always guaranteed to get into a bunch of fights in a dungeon, no matter what the RNG said about other random encounters. Although I guess it's not a random encounter if it's fixed on the map. Doing a poor job of explaining this concept. What? That wasn't a win? Come on. Thank you for your understanding, Shiny. Alright, Gohan. Get rid of him. Okay, what's in here? Explosions are in here. Great. I love it. What's in here? Explosions! Love it. Fantastic. More explosions, please. At least we're getting level ups out of this. You know, the level ups are coming quicker than they did at the beginning of the game. Which seems to be another weird quirk in how this game works. Leveling up at the start is pretty slow, and in fact was pretty agonizing at the very beginning with Goku and Piccolo. But the further you get in the game, the more they seem to just throw experience points at you. I think that because they want to get you to the level cap or very close to it by the time the game ends. Oh, stop attacking everyone, enemy. Just because you got your favorite card or whatever. I often forget that the enemy also follows that rule, where if they use their favorite card symbol, they will also attack all enemies. Alright, Bye-Man is out of here. Bye-Man, my favorite Dead or Alive character. No, that's Hitomi. Not gonna front. Okay, what we got here? Okay, bunch of garbage cards. I can't imagine doing this part of the game with only Gohan and Krillin, like in the manga / anime. I wonder if it would scale down the battles, or if it's just like a trial by fire. Found the item, launch. Don't explode. Found the item, Goku. Nice. That's probably a good item. I say nice, but I don't know what it does. I don't know what any of the items in this game do, really. Bulma restores a small amount of health. Roshi restores more. Kami restores all your health. Or restores some ki. Like a ridiculously small amount of it. That's all I remember. Oh, Oolong changes all your cards. Turtle evens out cards between offense and defense. Banan Key Beam. Yeah, Tien. That third eye is good for something. You know, it's strange they never explain why Tien has 3 eyes. Like, I know philosophically speaking, the opening of the third eye is related to enlightenment and so on, but when Tenshinhan appears in the series, he's not very enlightened, so I don't think that's how he got that eye. Never explained Yamcha's scars either. He doesn't have them for most of Dragon Ball, but he does after the time skip, and it's never mentioned. Except for the fact that Akira Toriyama wanted Yamcha to have scars. Probably because otherwise he looks a lot like Goku. Especially like adult Goku. Perhaps too much like adult Goku. Aesthetique? Absolutely. I mean, Toriyama always seemed more comfortable drawing machines than he did people. Although I find the Dragon Ball art style charming. Even if the accusations of him only having like 8 different faces to draw is... it has a kernel of truth in there. Do you think I'm defeating a lot of different apples and bananas? Or am I defeating them and they keep coming back? Just like this time, surely we will get our victory. We haven't trained or changed our stats or techniques or strategy in any way, but we'll ambush them in this cave for the 12th time. I mean, these enemies from Earth seem to be getting stronger every time we fight them, but we're going to keep trying anyway. Then it is kind of implied, at least in the anime, that the aliens, most of the aliens at least in Dragon Ball Z, don't train at all. That their battle power is innate and they make no effort to improve upon it. Grandpa, but the inventory's full, will we throw away an item? Yes, we will. Grandpa is a valuable item. We will use Bulma. At least it gives you the option to use the card rather than literally just throw it away immediately. Yay! Explosion. 40 damage! Bloody hell. I'm having great luck in this cave. Ooh, a different type of palette swap again. Bunt cake. Nice. I could go for some cake. We could get a scouter item and start reading all these guys' power levels. But I don't think that would be very exciting. Unless you were one of those hardcore DBZ fans who was all about cataloguing and conjecturing power levels in the 90s. Which admittedly I was one of those Dragon Ball fans. I was all, what would the power levels be in the Cell Saga? Of course, power levels are meaningless in reality, but oof. But you know, fans really latched on to the idea of power levels. Both in Japan and overseas. There's something about that curative cataloguing of objective quote-unquote strength that fans, that a certain subset of fans really took to. Of course, the criticism that turned the show, for at least for a time, into just number comparing is kind of accurate. There are parts of the Namek Saga that is just people shouting numbers at each other for a while, and it gets pretty ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool too. But it's a lot of bad guys sneering, going, well, your number is only 18,000, while my number is 23,000. And you know, you could say it took the fun out of a lot of stuff. It took the underdog element out because no one ever really won with a lower power level. The power level really was the final arbitrator of who was going to win a fight. But it also gave rise to a number of niche little lore details, like the idea that humans were one of the few species in Dragon Ball that could suppress their power level. Hey, Malice. What up? But yeah, I remember humans being able to suppress their power level being a thing in this that threw off the aliens in Dragon Ball Z because they couldn't suppress. So the idea of, oh, this guy's power reading is 1,000, but it's really much higher, was super freaky to them, and that's kind of cool. Oh, Goku changes a card to ZZ and a favorite. Jisha comes to your aid. That's a weird card. Let's use bubbles and not fight for a while. Also, remember, the secret to any maze is to choose one side of the wall and just hug that forever. Unless it's a weird video game, trans-dimensional maze. Then, you know, kind of anything goes. Let me look in this hole though. God damn it. How does that affect our health? We're doing okay. But so many things have exploded in our faces in this cave. What even was that? Like the worst animated boulder ever. Explosion treasure should be banned. I think it is under the Geneva Conventions, but... Great! This is the 6-star Dragon Ball! Oh, that rock really messed us up. Oh, and that takes us out of the cave, so we'll do the rest and then double back. Okay. That's right, we're here on Namek to look for Dragon Balls, I forgot. I was just going to rush from plot point to plot point. But we'd have to come here eventually anyway, I guess. Okay, bubbles wore off. We're back to fighting. I wish we found an item shop. I'd like to sell off some of these cards. Ha! How are you doing today, Malice? Doing alright? That's good. A lot of people seem to be having a tough end of the weekend. So I'm glad someone's doing alright. Renewed Final Fantasy XIV specifically to play while watching streams. Nice. Sometimes I think about going back to Final Fantasy XIV, but I never found people I was comfortable playing with, you know? And although you can do a lot of that game single player, eventually you have to go into instances, and that's stressful, especially with strangers. Especially when you suck at every class like I do. Yeah, Chiazu. Get those hits. I had 2 stints with Final Fantasy XIV. One when it was first launched, I was there day 1. I got the special day 1 edition with the Amano artwork cover. And I got back into it later on during A Realm Reborn, right before Heaven's Sword came out. I even bought Heaven's Sword, but I stopped playing before it actually launched. Yeah, strangers are too mean. In that game, people just get so pissy about any mistake you make. It's ridiculous. Chi-Chi item. Everything is full. This turtle card is kind of garbage. Let's just use it. Get it done with. Just craft and gather. That can be relaxing. I got a lot of the crafting, the non-combat skills to 50, which was the max level at the time. I don't know if it still is. Ooh, Shenron item. But we are still full of items. Wow, so many items. Chi-Chi changes a card into a key card. That is potentially useful, but... there we go. Oh, do we have any more bubbles? Nope. Okay. I used to be an okay tank in Final Fantasy XIV, but eventually when you get to a high enough level, they introduce so many different mechanics to tanking that... well, I could have learned, but as we've just discussed, strangers are not too accommodating to you figuring out a learning curve at all. And it's a shame, because there's a lot to that game's aesthetic and music and overall mood that I really enjoy. And the other thing is, on some level, I do want to play with other people in that game, friends or not. It's just that the game itself does not accommodate that well. Like, I would love to find friendly people in that game or another MMO and go on quests, you know, in a non-pressure scenario. It's just that at the time that didn't really exist. Yeah, it got to the stage that if I was doing multiplayer in an MMO, in that MMO, I was running the early dungeons over and over because I knew those and I at least had a grasp on the basic mechanics of what to do. But it was at a stage where I was kind of dreading doing my dailies in that game. Or hoping I was getting the easy missions I knew how to do. Then of course there are people in that game who aren't unfriendly, but also have no inclination either to help you, you know? They're like, well, we're already level 50 and we know everything, so even if you're in the clan, figure it out, I guess, buddy. At least the enemies are smart enough to run away from me. Oh, I know what we should do. Fast text. That'll save us around 6 seconds an hour. Ooh. Strong Bioman attack. That's a Z level card. Come on guys, get it together. Stop getting kicked in the face. 26 damage, jeez. Yeah. I was the same after a certain point. I think I got to a bit after fighting Ifrit, who was the first like big plot boss, I guess. And that battle itself is easy enough to get a handle on because it's basically just going ham on him after a while, but after that there was some sort of swamp dungeon that you had to do, and that was very difficult to learn. And the player base meant that I had no chance to learn it. And that's kind of when I fell off. I was like, this isn't fun. I'm not going to make progress without being screamed at for hours, and that seems like something I should not be paying money for. If I wanted to get screamed at, I could just talk about politics on the internet. And that's kind of when I went, I'll let the subscription lapse. It's fine. Yeah, people really do yell at you a lot in that Bayflox swamp or whatever it's called. Alright, got a few level ups at least in there. Come on, Gohan. Aha! Great, that's great item. The legendary Nothing There item. And I think that just leads us back, so we're going to have to turn around in a moment. Whoa, Gohan with full power. The internet is awful. Oh wow, just random people being rude? That really sucks. Oh, I imagine that must happen a lot more if you have a female avatar character tune. I know when I had a female character, I definitely got, at least I didn't get as much harassment because that was near the end of my time with the game, but I certainly got a lot more clan invites. It's a shame I burnt out on that game so hard though. I love the character creator in it, and I made some beautiful looking characters that I think will be lost by now. Overwatch? I've played a few rounds of Overwatch. You can certainly find trolls in Overwatch if you're looking, but I think Blizzard in general is pretty strong about trying to keep that game as free from toxicity as possible. They don't always succeed, especially on forums and the like, but Blizzard know that if they want Overwatch to be this multi-year spanning success with a professional esports league and so on, they have to keep problem players out. Wow. Girls are bad at Final Fantasy XIV. Like, what? That's especially surreal because in comparison to a lot of other games, Final Fantasy XIV seems to have a very high female, or at least non-cis male base. Probably because of the diversity of class options and things to do in that game, you know? It's not just stereotypical fantasy power fulfillment. Gohan with that energy beam. Take that, bunt. And Krillin finishes off Vug, which is still a gross name. Pity anyone who is called Vug. Yeah, but I guess to some people a game having a huge female player base is a provocation in and of itself. Wow, Banan just wrecked. Yeah, I was a member of an LGBT guild during my time. That didn't really stop them from forming the problematic level 50 clique that a lot of guilds end up doing, but at least they allowed me to be open about myself and, you know, my own gender identity and so on. Which I appreciate. People go like, oh, why'd you need an LGBT guild? You know, it's a video game. Like, no, sometimes you do. If I want to socialize with people online, sometimes you need that space, you know? Yeah, it probably does reduce the amount of bad jokes. Or at least the amount of bad jokes that are hurtful. Goodness knows if you want to avoid bad jokes, I am not the stream to watch and I'm not the Twitter account to follow. But I do try not to be hurtful. But I don't consider my day complete until at least one person has shaken their head at a joke I've made. That does sound very nice, Shiny. I don't know. Sometimes I crawl into bed and wish I didn't exist, so I guess in that way those horrible people are being supportive. It's all about perspective. Oh, it's okay. Depression is a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. But I've always tried to be cognizant of what is affecting me because of circumstance. You know, I'm sad because X, and when I am sad because of depression, which is an entirely different and independent source. And that has helped me manage it to some extent. If you can be cognizant of the fact that you're being affected by this condition, you can mitigate its influence to some degree. Of course, I would also strongly recommend, you know, professional assistance in that regard, but you know, I have depression and I have anxiety, so having that mindfulness, as you say, Shiny, is very helpful in managing the day-to-day aspects of dealing with such things. I mean, when I was younger, I thought I was very introverted. And, you know, I acted very introverted. And it was only as I got older and started meeting like-minded people and dealing with various issues that I realized I'm probably actually fairly extroverted. Not extremely extroverted, mind, but somewhere in the middle, but just also affected by anxiety issues. But it turned out I actually do genuinely enjoy spending time with people. It just depended on the person and my own frame of mind. Have to heal up Krillin after this fight. His health is pretty low, and I haven't been keeping an eye on it. You can relate to that? I'm glad. Kinda got on a bit of a ramble there. But goodness knows, there's not much else happening in this game. I've been in this cave for like a year. Forgot I used to fast forward through this game. Ooh, Bunt. Doing the big damage. Ooh. Okay, Tenshin Han, follow up. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. Like, I don't think I'd call myself extroverted either. There's just this strange focus on that introvert-extrovert binary that I guess if I had to place myself on that, I would lean more towards extrovert, just because I enjoy making friends. Never enjoyed quote-unquote networking. Okay, we want to go south. You love making friends, you just wish you didn't have to use social media to do it. Well, not to get too personal, I suppose, but why is that? Many people find the distance, the space afforded by using social media, or even before that, just online forums, to be a help in dealing with, say, anxiety or worries about interacting with people. I guess I could understand it in a sort of, it's hard to read context clues online. Sarcasm doesn't travel well online. A lot of humor doesn't travel well online, which is a problem for me because I'm a jokester. It's very easy to accidentally hurt people's feelings when you use sarcasm a lot, and that always sucks. Yeah, level ups all around. And by that I mean for 3 people. Oh, remember when we had that Bubbles card and we didn't get into fights for ages? Wasn't that awesome? I should make that a highlight on the stream. Just me being able to walk around without getting into a random battle every 3 seconds. Fandom space. No, I mean, that's fair. I mean, difficult to describe, sure, but I could see that being overwhelming. Like, how do you get the measure of a fan space if there's so many different posts flying at you all the time? Are we out of this cave? Yes, we are. I don't know who you are, but I'll be happy to kill you. Prepare to fight. Who are you? Are you Kui? You are Kui. We're gonna die. We can't win this. Who's the strongest? Okay, Gohan has moved ahead. How's this going to go? 51 damage. That's pretty rough. Hopefully we do okay. We tried this before we entered the cave and we got our butts kicked. .56 damage. I mean, that's half the damage we were taking before. Come on, Gohan. Masenko. Blow up Kui. .46 damage. Like, that's pretty much the most we can do. 3 damage. Well, that's 3 times the damage we did with Chaozu last time. Can we rest? Is that a thing we can do? Can we just escape? Can we go home? Raise BP by 25%. That could be useful. Why is it in quotations? Kaio. Vegeta comes to our aid. Who might do that? Change any card to a favorite. Change a card to a key card. Yeah, let's do that. We'll get 2 key attacks off here. Senko. And then we'll also get Tri-Beam. Then I guess everyone else try not to die. This is the opposite of trying not to die. Dodge it! 115 damage. I don't like that. He's still strong, but I don't know if he's too strong. We might be able to scrape a win with judicious use of items. Oh, why did you dodge that? Don't dodge that. If he dodges the Tri-Beam too, I'll be quite unhappy. I'm quite unhappy. I'm super unhappy. Okay, Krillin gets a follow-up at least. Welcome back, Malice. That was a quick BRB for sure. This is quite the turn we're having. Alright, Yamcha, it's up to you. I'm gonna chip damage Kui to death. Okay. How many commies do we have? 3? We could use a bunch of these, I guess. But I think we're fine for one more round. Okay, what have we got? Cards attack to Z, paralyzes an enemy. Is Kui paralyzed now, or can that fail? I guess we'll find out, right? Fighting back a lot for someone who's supposed to be paralyzed, Kui. I wonder if paralyzing means they can't evade attacks at all. Because that would be nice. My arm! Snow and Tenshinhan should be best friends because they both have arm issues in the series. Look, I believe that Snow's arm was hurt, okay? That fight, a lot was going on during that battle. Do we have more grandpas? We do have more grandpas. I will cheese this battle if I have to. I mean, we got Kui down halfway. We might be able to pull this one off. It could move, yeah. I mean, part of that's shock, right? He's a kid. People do not give Snow Fingerhut enough, I guess, not slack, but you know, the context of him being that age and put in that situation. Oh yeah, I mean, I love to poke fun at Snow too. He's probably the best character in that game, just from a development standpoint. You know, from where he is at the beginning of the game to where he is at the end of that game, and into Rhapsodia, Suikoden Tactics. Well, we still got some grandpas. Let's just gonna cheap this battle out. That's what we're gonna do. That's the reality. I'm going to just keep paralyzing Kui until we get this win. That's the power of Grandpa. And hopefully we get a buttload of experience points. And it does seem like paralyzing an enemy does mean they cannot evade the attack, which is good. Thank you, Gohan. Found the item Piccolo. Level ups all round. Take that, Kui. What's our BP situation? Yeah, Gohan has really moved ahead. You know, Tenshinhan barely ahead of Krillin, who's ahead of Yamcha, who's quite a ways ahead of Chiaotzu. Now. Okay, we found the Dragon Ball there. There's one to the north and there's one to the northwest-ish. So let's deal with that. Ooh, here's a shop. Who runs this shop? A Namek. A Namek called Baba. Scouter. I think Korin is another key restoring. Yeah, let's buy Scouter. Anything else? Yeah. Can't buy bubbles. That's garbage. Pirate Snow is pretty awesome and definitely needed more screen time. Okay, there's one directly north of where we are. Let's see what's up here. Is it the ruined Namek village? Oh yes. Pursuant to a Twitter conversation you had, Malice, we have found a baby Namek called Emmy. Ain't you? Technically, Emmy is part of the party. I just never use them because they would die instantly. I think they're able to heal though, which is nice. Krillin getting in the one-hit kill on everyone. That Kui battle, I think we leveled up twice from that battle actually, which is nice. Found the item Bulma. Yep, bottom right. That's Malice apparently. Alright. Big ass mountain range in my way. Do not appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I like Suikoden 4. I like it quite a bit. But the back half of that game feels so truncated, you know? Like the front end of Suikoden 4 up until roughly when you're exiled from Razwil, up until, we'll say, until you get to Obel for the first time, feels really good and tight and has a lot of stuff in it. And then after that the game kind of becomes very threadbare. Not that it doesn't have good stuff in the back half, but it definitely feels like it's being neglected a bit more. My speculation has always been that that happened because Suikoden 5 was developed concurrently. And at some point there was a shifting of priorities or of resources or something else. What? Banan energy wave. Banandorf. Yeah. And I believe Suikoden 5 was originally intended to be a side game before its scope was expanded. Which was, I think, part of the reason why it was developed with aid from Hudson Soft just before the Konami buyout of that company. 5. Fan opinions have cooled on 5 over the years, but I remember on first release, yeah, 5 was the successor to Suikoden 2 in a lot of people's eyes. Like, it regularly came second or even topped some favorite game polls in the year or two following its release. Like, I exaggerate my disdain for Suikoden 5 for comedic effect. Yo Kayaki! Whew. But there's some good stuff in 5. There's some neat characters, some neat moments. There are a lot of moments that I find don't work at all in that game, which is a shame because they're the moments that the game probably wants me to care about a lot. Most of the mechanical stuff in Suikoden 5 is good, or even very good. You know, the battle system is good, the war system is pretty neat, the duel system is pretty great. You know, it looks nice. Cutscenes all look nice for the most part. It's only the load times for those cutscenes that bother me. Well, thanks, guy. Yeah. I feel Suikoden 5 falls flat on some character stuff. And, you know, the general world itself feels very bland and lifeless, which is a real shame, considering what they had to work with. You know, lore-wise with the Queendom of Felena. It's a shame it ended up so... Whoa! Sorry, don't want to bother you, Frieza. Looks like an easy fight. Okay, so this is the fight we die in. Oh, these are regular Cybermen. Psymen. I believe in tribute to how Yamcha died in the series in the first battle with the Cybermen on Earth in this game, he's very easy to kill. Like, they will do the whole grab onto him and self-destruct, and then he dies instantly thing if you let them. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of missed opportunities with greater Suikoden lore stuff. But at that point, and even a little by Suikoden 4, and even a tiny bit by Suikoden 3, the series had stopped being about that greater world and was more a franchise, we'll say, in a disparaging sense of the word. You know, they had beats they want to hit. It's a new location, you get some returning fan favorites, you get new anthropomorphic animal species. You know, 108 stars, and there you go. You know, fulfilling. You get some banging babes, that's for sure. Get some banging babes, bro. Dyed my hair pink, because that's what the banging babes are into. You know, you get Wilhelm talking about Leon's hot body, even though she's 16 and also a waif. Wilhelm is that guy on the internet who comments thick after every picture of any woman ever, despite their body type. I can get behind a character being gross if that's kind of the gimmick, you know? Django and Breck in Suikoden 4 are gross for different reasons. But I get that that's the point, right? They're stinky pirates who don't wash because they're pirates. Hey buddy. I have a brother staying in a village next to the South Cave. Thanks. Okay. Northeast. How do we get there though? We're gonna go around these mountains and then find out that's the wrong way. Can't get over that pink hair. Yeah. The writing in that regard seems... Yeah, it is too much, you know? You might get a chuckle at the very beginning of the game from the horny old woman in Soul Felena talking about Galleon. But when the game kind of keeps going with that, it's a very thirsty game. You know, the writers wrote that game script one-handed. But I think... Yeah, I think that was just kind of the style in the mid-2000s. To a large degree. Kind of, let's not be so restrained, which is fine, and then it kind of flew in the other way. Kyle does not fuck. Kyle has never seen a boob in his life, I guarantee you. I absolutely guarantee you. I agree with Shiny. He has never touched a titty. He's never seen a titty. He's only heard rumors of them. Like, where would you have to be in your life as a tittied person to ever allow Kyle to see or touch them? Yeah, okay, there is endgame dialogue that implies that he and Sileys were a thing, but, you know, most of that comes from Kyle. And Kyle has quite the imagination about his prowess. Look, my general rule is the more a person brags about their game, shall we say, the less game they actually have. And by that inverse ratio, that means Kyle has negative game. I'm just saying you wouldn't use Kyle for your Wikipedia article on titties. Okay, these buildings are empty. That's awesome. Are you going to be Nameks who are like, you must fight us for Dragon Balls? Are you okay? I'm fine. Was it you who saved us? Yes, and we need your Dragon Ball. Thanks to you, it is safe. One moment, please. We talked, and it's okay. Thank you. But we've decided to come with you. You've got a 2-star Dragon Ball. Your inventory is full. We will throw away an item. What item shall we throw away? Ooh, Popo is actually a good card. Oh wow, our party is big now. Oh geez, Shiny, what's happening? You're being censored? Is that Nightbot that's doing that? It shouldn't be. The Nightbot moderation stuff should all be off. Okay, we got Maima and Sumuri, our favorite Dragon Ball characters. Okay, there's only one Dragon Ball on the map, and it's the one by Frieza. So, time for that. The message wasn't posted due to conflicts with the channel's moderation settings. Well, I can check that out real quick. That doesn't sound like Nightbot, because Nightbot would usually pop a message up here saying that. So let me see what's going on. Let's see. Laughing is forbidden on this stream, apparently. Okay. Settings. Security. No. Apparently it's not security. Twitch settings are a nightmare to navigate through, by the way. They don't really explain what's going on. I mean, there should be nothing that's stopping you, actually. I can't seem to find any setting that's restricting what people post. You know, because most people who chat here are people I know, so I don't have filters. Okay, directly north is Frieza. Looks like an easy fight. That's good. I love those. Could be a Twitch Y thing. Yeah. Absolutely. But all our settings are at the lowest they can be, so I'm going to have to assume that Team Shiny is actually saying something very offensive that's being moderated. Dropping some F and C bombs all over the place. Team Shiny swears like a sailor when it comes to Kyle, apparently. Which makes sense. I often swore at Kyle while playing Suikoden 5 myself. And of course, shout out to Caffeine Fueled, Del Saber, the Deltron. He's dead! Exclamation mark. I'm so excited about this. This death. Yay! Dead! Are you dead? Yay! Tell me where the Dragon Ball is, or you will die. I have nothing to say. We'll see about that. Dodoria, take care of these Namek warriors. Yes, master. Dodoria, Mount Beam. Ah, no! These people are weak. You monster! Bring me the Dragon Ball, or I will kill the children. Okay, okay. Just don't hurt the kids. Of course. Wait. Come on, hurry up. Here, now go. Haha, now die. Great writing. Arg! Should I kill the children? Of course. I'll start with him. Ah, take this. Stop! Look at that pre-rendered cutscene. What the? Catch them, quick, as you command. Gohan got the little Namek child and ran off with him, but Dodoria is already on their trail. Oh, I remember this. Minigame. Whoa, you can't just start throwing these things like that. Come on. Ow. Okay, we got hit 6 times. I don't know what that means. But we escaped. Whew, we're safe, but Bulma may be in danger. Return to the ship. Our party is even bigger. Now we have Dende and Emmy. This is too many people. I guess the Nameks are supposed to back you up in case you lost a lot more people in the fight against Nappa and Vegeta. Oh, okay, we actually take damage if we got hit during that fight. And I guess if we got hit enough times, we might have had to fight Dodoria? I don't know. One damage. We're getting strong. I complained a lot about Chroma Squad, but I have to say it's a better game than Dragon Ball Z Super Saiya Densetsu. And I still have a lot of affection for this game as a nostalgia piece. I know Bulma is in danger, we must go back to the ship, but I want to heal first. Gotta get into the Bacta tank. Also, I don't know where the ship is. I don't know where anything is in this game. You're asking a lot of me, Dragon Ball Z game. Krillin attacks Banan. There we go. Ooh, level up for Tenshinhan. Let's see if this actually tells us where we need to go. Nope, great. Pretty sure it was near the coastline, so if we keep that up, yeah, there's the cave. That's where Kui and Vegeta landed, so if we just head northwest from here, we'll get back to the spaceship with Bulma and fight whatever fight we have to fight there. Come on, Chaozu. Yeah. Gohan, definitely our strongest character now. Really pulled ahead of Tien. I think Tien will stay ahead of Krillin, but I'm actually not sure about that. Krillin might pull ahead near the end of the game. Always Gohan. Howdy, ADHD Senpai. Kakusandan, Yamcha. Let's go, let's go, let's go, everyone. Fight, fight, fight. Yeah, Yamcha, one-hit KOs all round. You know, there is something to this. Some people would call these battles repetitive. And you know, objectively speaking, they are, because they're the same thing, being repeated. That's how that word works. But there's something nice about it. All the same. It makes for a very chill stream. I know Bulma is in danger. We are at the ship. I know. We're right here. I know. I know, game. We are literally at the ship. Hi, Blue Mary Love. Ship blew up. Bulma? Monster, you'll pay for this. Do you know who you speak to? I'm Dodoria, one of Frieza's best men. His head looks like a dick with warts on it. Enemies approach. Prepare to fight. Masenko. And then Krillin can get that. Yamcha. Tenshinhan. No, wait, hold on. Tenshinhan gets that card, and Chiaotzu gets this card. Yes, the first hour of this stream was me in a cave looking for a Dragon Ball. 4 damage, jeez, come on, Dodoria. Give me something to work with here. Am I going to have to use all my grandpa cards again to cheese the battle? Oh, Dodoria, why would you do this to me? Now you made Gohan angry. Alright, Yamcha. I used to run a Yamcha fan site, actually. I used to run 2 Yamcha fan sites, one in the 90s and one in the late 2000s. I wonder if you could still find anything of the latter one on the Internet Archive or something. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was pretty sarcastic. You know, kind of having to beef up Yamcha's role in the series. Whoa, Dodoria flying at me. Damage. 225! That isn't even a real number. That second site was Yamucha, with the U in the middle. Yamucha Densetsu.com. He did. I wrote an article on that. I wrote an article on Yamcha's transition to the baseball field. I wrote a lot of goofy articles like that. In Dragon Ball, Yamcha is a badass, which I also wrote an article about. Or at least his badass role in the first Dragon Ball movie, which is based on that early portion of the Dragon Ball manga / anime. Yeah, Dodoria can't move. Keep you frozen forever if I have to. Got another energy card, so I am willing to freeze him again. So we can get off another Masenko. Let's see, Krillin, Yamcha, Tenshinhan, Chiaotzu. 1 damage. Come on, Dodoria. Mr. Popo, launch. None of these cards. Ooh, let's use the Scouter. Item is not usable. Wow, let's not use the Scouter then. Okay. It is the D team, it is true, but... Like, what am I expected to do here if I got to this battle with only Gohan and Krillin? You know? 69 damage. Nice. At least we know Krillin Fox. Shiatsu, ultimate attack. Like, I would like to hold off on freezing Dodoria again until we get another energy card. I hear ya. I hear you, Bear Crab. Frame skips makes the music go all weird. I don't want to hear this music in septuple time. But look, the sky's green now. So, it's new and novel. Well, I'm not using Sinnes 9X, so... because I'm not a pleb. 42 damage, Jesus! Alright, come on. Ow! Stop that. This game has a Zenkai boost mechanic for the science, yeah. It does. Zenkai, of course, being a fan term. Some people think it's official, but it's not. Energy card, thank you. Alright. I have to cycle all the way down to select the Grandpa card. Masenko. Is Dodoria a woman? Like, I wouldn't be surprised or anything, but... Bear Crab, arbitrator of Dragon Ball canon. It's true. I guess if there are no women in Dragon Ball... Oh, I don't watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I've seen like the first 5 episodes of it. Okay, what have we got? Might need to use a Kami card on Tenshinhan. Does Yamcha have Wolfang Fist? No. I guess it's considered too Dragon Ball and not enough Dragon Ball Z.